Yes. If you have, your passport is basically maybe 5 years. Now, that is the most common one we have. Okay. So tell me, what is the duration to be remaining on the passport booklet for you to have access to apply for an extension from the embassy?
You can get 6 months.
Huh?
6 months.
In Russia, yeah?
3 months.
No. Come again.
Yeah.
No. Come again.
18 months.
Now you can see now. That is why we always have issues. That is why we always have issues. Now the Controller General has been so kind enough to give Russia concession because of the peculiarity of their visa issues. So when your passport is 2 years or 18 months, you can walk to the embassy, apply for an extension. Yes, start the passport processing. It's not for you to say 3 months is remaining. You now start running. Mr. Bassi, Mr. BDB, I want to see Madam. Mr. Gabriel. No. It's not like that. So please, even if it's this what we are at before the voting exercise, please put this in your hand and don't let it go. Once you see that you need to renew your visa, you are still here, your passport is running, you have like 18 months, and maybe probably the school will tell you they want 2 months or 2 years. Please, don't waste time. Anything can happen. Mr. Gabriel, I think you came to the embassy, you got your passport same day or something. It's possible. We work that way. And there are some times that it will be beyond our own power for a reason or the okay. Now the embassy has been closed between from 31st December till 9th. So then let's assume now your passport is going to expire on the 11th, and you are just coming on the 10th. Please tell me what will happen. You said? Now, is it that go home now? Is it because of this privilege that your parents are not paying? You think that is the best form? No. Hey, I mentioned the story of 2 ladies that their parents could not send them money, they had to go back. It won't be our portion by God's grace. It won't be our portion. We started where we end well. So please don't joke with these issues. Because visa issue, once there's a problem, there's a problem. And if your name is Ojoade, please don't come and hide it in Russia, Ojoade Ajayi. It's an issue. It gives you duplicate record. You start calling Mr. Bassi, he start writing to the school that the same Ojoade is the same Ojoade. Why? You tell them it is your mommy that put that name when you were in SS3. Now you want to put your full name. Some people, their hair will be black on the passport. They will take it to purple and yellow. They will get to the visa, they want to go, they will say they are not the same person on the passport. Please, there are so many issues we need to work on. I'm not joking right now. It's very, very important. So people now, maybe you have been opportune to be traveling abroad, you have the opportunity to have 2 or 3 passports. When you are coming, instead of you to bring the most recent passport, you go and bring the one before that one. Your records now get mixed up. We start looking for your record, original record missing. Issues start arising. So please, we can do better. What did I say? We can do better. Without your passport, that will not give you your money. He won't give you. Sir, will you give them the money? No, I can't tell you, sir. No. I know that money is the root of all good things. Money is the root of all good things. So please, it's very, very important. Please, God will help us. You can come to the embassy at any time. Even if it's Hefe you meet, you will make sure you get that passport. Even if it's Mr. Pass, everything we do it in our capacity to assist. We are here to serve you. We don't have any other job than that. Thank you, and God bless you once again.
Thank you very much, Max. Okay, please. If just to summarize, if you didn't understand anything they said at all, just understand that if you have 18 months remaining on your passport, you can come and renew, or even up to 2 years. 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. See how the months are plenty. Don't wait when it's remaining 3 months, 2 months, or 1 month. Then you are rushing to renew your passport. You end up going back home. Thank you.
For our next talk on finances, I would like to invite Mr. Taiwo Adegoke.
Happy New Year. I wish you all best in this 2023. It's my pleasure to be here. And I thank God for the opportunity to meet you all once again, especially the new ones. I have some information for you. From January 9, we send information out through your ESCO for you to commence the opening of your accounts. Embassy usually open dollar accounts for you. Please comply so that before end of January, you can have that in your account. Because failure to have that account, it has a lot of things. You know, we do e-payments. I hope you get it, if not because of the peculiar situation we find ourselves. So we need to open that account. So from, I believe by January 9, when we resume fully, we'll commence the opening of account for new students. I know the old students, you don't have issue with your account. And I'm asked to talk to you on finance. We have been talking and we'll continue to what? We just pray that you monitor the right results. So today I want to share with you planning. Planning. Thank God that it's the beginning of the year. The year is just at the formative stage. And when I'm talking about planning, I want to relate it to finances. I won't go outside my area. And why I pick this topic is that I found out that 20% of BA students, they have changed for good. Let's clap for them. 20%. The fact that, what I'm saying that there are some of the financial talk, I can see the effect directly. As I speak with you, there are some that have not touched May to December money. And that is very confident that the talk is really working. Even Gabriel too, he opened his mouth the last time. I said, this one has not come. I said, yes, it's part of the strategy of those who have the understanding of good planning. Why do you need to plan? I quickly want to tell you that it helps you to shine and to live a stress-free life. If you don't plan, you will find it very funny. It helps you to. And also, it helps you to achieve good results financially and maximize your resources. You know, it baffles me when somebody says, I will not even come to embassy until after general election of Nigeria. Say, I don't need the money now. It shows that the person has good results. And I asked her, he said, with the other money I have received, I can still survive. And that shows that that person is getting to that financial intelligence we have been talking about. It's also helped to avoid frustration and wasting. You know, when you don't plan, you will face the consequence. And I also quickly want to help to add to it that it makes you to make a kind of informed decision and you are in control of things. Nobody needs to stress you, you don't need to beg anybody for anything, you live your own thing. I want to share with you, to round it up, some tips or tools that can help you in 2023 to achieve good planning. Number one is, please have personal budgets. Have what? Personal budget. I know your seniors will tell you that so many times I've designed the model. Prepare your own personal budget. Ask yourself the question, let me even do January to July, end of section budget, to see that how can I move with these little resources I have with me? What are the base your budget on your needs, not on your wants. Hello? On your basic needs and not your wants. That's part of what is working for some people that I share with you that they are the 20% people that is working out for. And another truth I also want to mention is that it's very, very sad that some people are not disciplined. You need to be disciplined with your finances. You need to avoid wasteful spending. Let me tell you the truth. President Muhammadu Buhari just signed the Nigerian 2023 budget yesterday. And he said something in that budget, and the summary is that 21.83 trillion is the expenditure. 81. And he put it there that the revenue that they are forecasting that we are going to get will be 9.73. Remember, the total expenditure is 21.83, and the projected revenue is just 9.73. Then the missing gap that Nigeria is looking for, as of today, is almost 12 trillion naira to balance the budget. Then why will you not plan? If, as a country, they have put that to you, that there is a gap in the revenue generated. And let me just say that the 21.87 is part of your money is there. The 21.83 trillion, your money is there, it's part of the expenditure. And there's already a gap. So you need to plan yourself. Because the country to revenue is not coming as expected. It's a difficult time, it's a challenging time, and we are going to face it together and go way first. So why I'm bringing out this part to you is that so that you won't see people in scholarship board as wicked people. The reality is that there's a challenge of revenue, and they will look all way to get it. So I'm expecting scholarship board to continue to press for you. For you that you are here, you need to plan how you will survive. Hello? And that's why I'm talking about you need to be disciplined. You need to avoid wasteful lifestyle, forced lifestyle. Please just spend on your basic need. When I'm talking about basic need, to be frank with you, your hostel fee, nothing stops you to pay January to July now. So that you will not start writing and be begging somebody that I cannot pay hostel fee, or the hostel people are threatening me to send me out. It's embarrassing. When in January you have more than $3,000 with you, you pay that 7 months at a go. Then you also know that you are going to eat. Plan your food stuff too. Because it saddened me when some of you send mail and say, sir, I don't have money to eat. Then someone that cannot eat. I hope you get it, please. Please have these basic things and be conscious of it. And I want to beg you, avoid debt. Avoid what? Why I'm saying this is that you can see that even from the budget summary, there's a real challenge facing all of us. Avoid what? Debt. Because if you are banking on debt in 2023, please do what we call New Year resolution now. I said it last year to some city I visited that it may not be business as usual. Like I said, there's a revenue challenge. So please avoid debt. Live within your means. So that's why it will help you. Then I also want to give you another third tips before leaving here, which is some of the 20%. I'm so glad about them. They now have what we call financial intelligence. Because they are doing fine and they are key into that vision. And if you are part of the 80%, you can change today. I'm appealing to you. Because if you don't plan, you will face the consequence. So please, go back to some of the write-up I've sent on financial intelligence, which I know will work for you. I feel proud when that student tell me that, sir, you can keep your envelope. I will come to Moscow after the general election. Out of curiosity, I asked, what happened? He said, you have been sending talk and I'm walking your talk. And it's working for me. He said, at the end of the day, he said, I'm even sending something home. Some of you now, by March, if nothing comes for scholarship, you start troubling them in Nigeria. That they should send money by fire, by force. So please get that financial intelligence. Go through some of it, and it can, if it can work for fellow students, that means this thing can work for you. Please, and I'm appealing to you because in 2023, it may not be business as usual. Because some people so much bank on it that I will send me to embassy. Embassy will give me loan. Like I said, there's a challenge now. And please discourage that kind of thing. And I want to end it with this way. Plan your resources today and you will shine tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Please, are we clear on what you just finished speaking about? No? You have questions? Does anyone have any questions? Okay, so continuing from yesterday, we will be having a debate between Kazan and Rostov.
What's he want to tell me? What's he want to tell me? Help me, how am I supposed to adjust this leg? The leg, yeah. What part is
Before we start,
you want to reduce it?
we
Yeah, I want to reduce it. Is it like this? Oh, something like this.
showing
Oh,
us
this
a
one.
recap of the previous convention and every other event we've had today.
You don't fly too. You don't fly.
Sorry for you to enjoy the video. Sorry, can you hear me, guys?
Guys, please, no noise.
If you want to enjoy the video, you have to keep quiet because the sound is not very, very loud. So you want to hear the sound. So please keep your anger and everything inside.
I'd like to introduce the judges for the debate, Mr. Gabby, Gigi, and Mr. Benjamin. And Kazan's team, can we take it?
So. You need that somebody judges. Yeah? Judges guys did it. Huh? Judges, the guys did it.
And Rostov's team.
Don't think so. You can like capture them sharp on now. Sometimes you all look at their face.
What's the third?
It's okay.
Okay, good evening everybody present. So today is round 2 of our intercity debate, and today our debate will be Rostov. Okay, our debate today will be Rostov vs Kazan, and the motion for today is Nigeria's ethnic diversity, a blessing, not a curse. Rostov will be debating for the motion, and Kazan will be debating against the motion. Once again, we have 3 speakers. The first speaker has 5 minutes, the second speaker 3 minutes, the third speaker 3 minutes, and after an interrogative session of 3 minutes. Once again, we are judging based on 5 criteria: analysis, which is understanding of the topic, organizational. The topic, Nigeria's ethnic diversity, a blessing, not a curse. The first criteria is analysis, which judges the understanding of the topic and how they relate it to their points. The second criteria is organizational clarity, how they organize their points, the smooth transition of the points, and how clear they are in their listening debate. Evidence and reasoning, we basically judge the points they have raised and how well they have analyzed it. Presentation style and delivery, how well their presentation is and how appealing it is to the audience. Refutation and defense, points awarded for successfully defending or refuting a point made by the opposition. Good luck to our dear debaters, and I hope you all will enjoy it. Please, guys, remain very quiet so that you hear their argument. No need going or shouting. Thank you, and good luck.
I think I'll talk about this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, my co-debaters, panel of judges, and every single person here present. My name is Dogo Prince Obaro. I'm a 50th medical student of the Rostov State Medical University, and I'm here to speak for the motion, or to support the motion that states that Nigeria's ethnic diversity is a blessing. Well, what is Nigeria? Who is a Nigerian? Why are we Nigerians? We are a myriad of different mosaics put together to form one beautiful country that has brought us all here together today. But I don't want to talk about that much. I'm here to prove to you and to show you why being Nigerian and having such diverse ethnicity is so wonderful for our country and why it's a blessing. First of all, I'll talk about the richness of the culture. Come on, I'm sure you all agree. Nigeria has over 250 ethnic groups, and all these ethnic groups, I'm sure you are all part of one. Or maybe when you see each other, you say Kedu, or Dimma, or you say Karo, or you say Dalo, you say all these things, or you say Wa. You understand what I'm talking about? Going from east to the west, to the north to the south, the richness of the culture has reflected itself in our delicacies. It has reflected itself in our dances, in our songs, in our prayers, in our religion. Coming to the entertainment sector, I'm sure you all know that we have so many diverse musicians who will also influence my second point, which I'm going to drive at, and that is the influence on the GDP. Nigeria right now, imagine I asked you, what would you think of a Nigeria who had, or a Nigeria in which only or in which we had only Delta states, or a Nigeria that had only Jigawa states, or a Nigeria that had only Kano states? I'm sure you would agree that by now we'll be the poorest country in the world, and FS will not be able to pay our stipends, right? Yeah. I'm sure you agree. Yeah. But basically, you see that the coal of Enugu, the gemstone of Gombe, the salt of Edo State, the clay of Delta State, all these things have come together to make sure that our GDP is rising and rising. I'm sure you understand what I mean. But basically, not to undermine that fact, coming to the third option, which is the associational development and influence, we have lots of Nigerians everywhere. And these Nigerians come from different ethnic groups, but the unity that we form, the unity that of the beauty of being an ethnic group in Nigeria makes us come together, showing that variety is the spice of life. You can do so many things. I want to give you an example before they take me off the chair. Let me tell you, what if you cook jollof rice today and you didn't put curry inside? How would it taste? Or you didn't put salt, or you didn't put maggi? That's how Nigeria would be without its ethnic diversity. That's how Nigeria would be without having so many things. And for the comic relief, let me tell you something. I'm sure you people here, we are all adults, of course, and we have gotten to the age where, you meet someone of the opposite sex and you want to, get involved. Have you heard what they said about Igbo girls? Have you heard what they said about Yoruba boys? If we didn't have this unique diversity, do you think we'll be getting together? I'm sure maybe I've spoken too much, and I'm sure maybe my opponents will have so many things to say about me. But I hope I'll be able to convince you that Nigeria's ethnic diversity is beautiful, it's wonderful, it's magical, and it's lovely. Thank you.
It's like a funny joke.
They don't give free money.
Hello everyone, good evening. Good evening, moderators, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, panel of judges, co-debaters, and everyone here present. My name is Daniel Yari. I am a student at Kazan Federal University, and I will be representing Kazan in this debate. Basically, I will be debating against the notion that Nigeria's ethnic diversity is a blessing and not a curse. So what I'll be saying is that Nigeria's ethnic diversity is a burden, right? It's a curse and something that we have to live with, right? And quickly, I would like to talk about diversity. So what is diversity? Diversity is the state of being diverse. It's very simple. It means including people with different origins and different backgrounds, right? Diversity in itself can be very beautiful, right? Because you can have something very progressive, and it can lead to something we call cultural pluralism, right? Pluralism. So what that means is when smaller groups will be in larger bodies. Now follow me here. So when groups with a smaller body, right, when they come together with unique cultural identities, and they have different values and practices, and they are accepted by the dominant culture, right? Provided such is consistent with the laws and values of the wider society, right? But I would like to give a very quick comparison between the different diversities that we see. So Nigeria is one of the most culturally diverse countries in the world. We have ethnic diversity, religious diversity, linguistic diversity, and historical diversity, right? We have about 300 ethnic groups, 520 languages, and several dialects and religions, right? But there is also one country that's very diverse, and that's Russia. Now, in Russia, what do we have? We have over 190 ethnic groups, but these minority ethnic groups make only 20% of the population. And that's what I want to talk about today. Diversity that makes sense and diversity that doesn't, right? Because I think in some cases it does make sense, but in some cases it doesn't. One of the very first thing is, there is no dominant culture that is present in our society, in Nigeria, right? So I want to ask you a question, right? In Russia, we speak what? In Spain, we speak what? In say for example, Greek, what do we speak? Greek. In Nigeria, what do we speak? I think we're confused at this point. Okay. Now, let's say we say English, right? English is not consistent with what we identify as a culture, right? But then if we go from there, we are beginning to think about 3 languages. Igbo, Hausa, Yoruba. Like, these are 3 majorities, and it causes the problems that we see. So what are the problems that will cause? Different value systems. So we begin to have different value systems, right? So what are Yorubas known for? Give me some stereotypes, some things that you think Yorubas known for. Okay. What are the Yorubas known for? Money. Alright. What are the Hausas known for? Now this is what happens. We begin to have different goals, right? We begin to have different goals, and these different goals begin to pull us in one direction. Now when 3 strong forces are present in the state, and they are pulling the state in one direction, what happens? No, we step Listen. What happens is that we remain stagnant. Because you're going here, and you're going here, and you're pulling backward, you remain stagnant. And that's what happens, because we'll be pulling in different directions. And as reported by Premium Times, this is what happened. Nigeria is not a socially cohesive country. So we really do not identify with any specific thing that makes us Nigerian. Now I want to ask you this question. What would you identify it? Your country or your tribe? Country, tribe. It depends. You're confused. How can we make decisions very fast when we don't even know what to identify with? Right? Of our cultural diversity, right? Historically, we have so many things, but let's speak about that. And very quickly, I want to summarize, right? I don't know how we're going to argue this today. Like my co-debaters, I'm really feeling for you here. My summary is diversity only works when there is a major culture, when there is something to identify it, right? When there is something that the general populace can identify with while celebrating their diversity, right? Diversity in Nigeria at this point cannot stand because at every time we're always thinking, how would the Igbos like it? Would the Yorubas like it? How would it be? Whether in our elections and so on and so forth. And I want to remind you that in one of our historical books, right, when we talk about diversity, the first time that was mentioned, it started with the story of the Tower of Babel, and you know how that ended. Thank you.
I don't even know. No, it'd be less than an ad. Less than an ad.
Good day, everybody. Good day, co-debaters. Good day, my people. Nice to see you. Okay, first of all, you said Nigeria cannot stand with diversity. So what have we been doing for the past 60-something years?
Do you like how you're standing? Don't carry rockets. Do you like how you're standing?
We don't know what to identify with. First of all, no human being has ever identified as one thing. I am, first of all, a Christian. I am a Nigerian. I am a Yoruba girl. I am an FSB student. I am a lot of things. I am a writer. Okay. One more question for you, Daniel. Did you have siblings? You have siblings, right? Did you fight with your siblings when you were growing up? Did you? Yeah. So the truth is that human differences are inevitable. Whether they present themselves as two sisters, like my sister and I, fighting for who goes into the bathroom first, or two brothers fighting for who gets to change the channel, it is just inevitable, right? Or whether it shows itself in different tribes or different ethnic groups in a particular country. So beneath all of our differences is humanity. And that means that no matter where we go, no matter how we decide to divide the country, no matter how we decide to divide an ethnic group, there will always be human differences. There will always be there will always be human differences in origin. So, and the truth is that whenever you find different thoughts and ideas, different forces, different energies coming together, at the center of all of that is creativity. At the center of that is the greatest form of creativity, skill and talent you can ever find. And that is why in Nigeria, that plot of land, that area of land that we call Nigeria today, that is why we have taken our rightful place as the giant of Africa, not because of our population, not because of our land, the area of, the mass area of our land. It is because of the diversity that we have. It is because of that different people can come up with different music, different. We've taken our place currently in music, in education, in entertainment all over the world. Since I came to Russia, actually, many Africans, when I told them I'm Nigerian, they'll be like, "Oh wow, I'm Zambian, but we've worked at Kiapo since when we were young," and it's always made us laugh. Even Ghanaian students, when they were in SHS, at the height of their youthfulness, they were always jamming to Nigerian songs, always jamming to Afro music, and they wished they were Nigerians. They are always amazed by that. So I would like to know, why would you say that this diversity, this beauty in our diversity that actually makes us Nigeria, why do you think we should do away with it? Thank you very much.
Can never be overemphasized. As conventional people suggest that ethnicity is predominantly problematic in Nigeria, as it is, and it has accounted for irrationalities in development projects and political decisions. So I came to continue my points. I would love to give honor to these groups. Thank you, some moderators, my co-defenders, my honorable listeners. My name is Onya Chidorina. I'm talking with Kazan Federal University, Institute of Oil and Gas Engineering. And I'm here to quote motion which says that Nigerian ethnic diversity is a blessing in its following points of mind. Standing on the origin protocol, my opponent said that that as a result of Nigerian ethnic diversity, it has accounted for richness in culture. Yes, I agree with you, but not in this present time we are seeing. Before it accounted for the richness of culture. But what happened to the culture now? We can see that everything is already messed up. All the cultures and the beauty that the Nigerian diversified ethnicity has brought is already tarnished because of what ethnic conflict. Now let me further state my point. Like for example now, you can see what is going on in the northern part of Nigeria. What is going on here? Remember the northerners and Igbos here, they always fight, struggling for one thing or the other. Yes, I agree that it encourages richness in the country, but those richnesses have been spoiled because of what conflict. And further stating my point, in Nigeria's ethnic diversity, the Nigerian unity was first tested after independence, and guess how it turned out? It turned out to be a symbol of war. That was what resulted to the first war of Biafra. Now I'm talking of the war of 1960, 1970, in which the lives of everybody, women and children, were wasted, all because of Nigeria's diversified ethnicity. So what are these forced now? Let's take for example the ongoing situation that is going in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Honorable listeners, please, what is going on in the southeastern part of Nigeria now? The secessionist by name indigenous people of Biafra, it has caused low interest, has affected institutions, educational institutions. I don't know if any of you have siblings, of course I know. Like my own siblings, because of the extremist, they have mandated Mondays, public holiday. What has this done? It has dragged back educational systems and drag back everything that is going on in Nigeria, thereby causing stagnation in Nigeria. What I'm stating my point is that the result of Nigeria's diversified ethnicity that has made
Judges, perhaps I didn't understand the topic because it seems very simple to me. Ethnic diversity is a blessing. It's a blessing. Okay, wait, let me start. I'll just itemize it. Ashake, I am Yoruba, but I listen to Ashake. I speak the Yoruba. I don't understand what Omope means, but I speak most of them actually sing their native song. Like they add Yoruba or Philo adds Igbo, and yet they blow. Davido, Burna, these guys, Burna has won the Grammy. Come on! So Yoruba culture has taken it to the highest level of music. Another person, okay, let's say food. I'm Igbo, but I swear I love Suya. Who here has had Suya?
I've been killing it, French fries.
No matter how angry you are, if you are hungry, music unites us. And then you were saying that you're arguing about how we identify ourselves. My debaters also said, nobody identifies as one thing. We are all Nigerians. We have people from the embassy. I do not think a single person here will come to the embassy and say you have a problem and say I'm a one culture. What's your tribe? Where are you from? You are first and foremost Nigeria. So, our tribes are final point is diversity is a blessing. When that you said diversity is being diverse, I don't know how that's the definition, but diverse is being different. And even though we're different, we understand each other. When you go to the Calabar Festival, whether you're from Calabar, you feel the vibes. When you go for Korean Festival, you feel the vibes. That's created tourism. Because even white people come and they want to attend the festival. Because it's televised, in case you don't know. People in Anambra watch Calabar Festival. So please, our culture, it unites us. It makes us popular, it makes us happy. Now my time is up.
Unity in diversity.
So I'm here to counter the point that says that diversity in Nigeria is a blessing and not a curse. First, I want to explain something that my opponents say. They say that we've been standing even with the curse, right? So I want to actually put this out there that even with the curse you can stand for 60 years. But it doesn't define whether you're standing well or not. We've been carrying this burden, we've been carrying this curse. But we've been standing. It doesn't change the fact that it's a curse. Nigeria, a certain man in 2008, Abura in 2008, in an article said, we have survived as a country bound by faith and faith in God's grace. This is just our faith, F-A-T-E, faith. We all agree to the fact that Nigeria is a result of colonial impact. Yes. We didn't have a choice. We were into one. What is one Nigeria? It wasn't your choice. We just had to live with it. So with this, I would love to begin. Colonizers, who are the very inventors of this phrase, there is beauty in diversity. Who didn't even bring out the beauty in Nigerian diversity? So, we are talking about Nigeria, so please let's not have this discussion outside the case study. Diversity is beautiful. Diversity is very beautiful, but I doubt Nigerians' diversity is beautiful. So I want us to be realistic instead of being theoretical about this topic. The diversity in Nigeria has highlighted our differences rather than our uniqueness. In the country, you begin to hear of things like the Arewa group, the IPOB, the militants, and all of that. Where is the beauty? Is this the country we want? Is this the unity we sought for? A country with over 300 languages, over 500 ethnic groups. What is the point of language? Communication. What is the point of communication? To find the common ground. In how many societal aspects, spheres in Nigeria have we found the common ground? I really want to find one. Politically, you begin to hear things like, oh no, a northern card should not be played. It doesn't make sense. If we were really as unified as you say, I don't think this should have been a problem to any of us. Exactly. So I would like to give an explanation. This is wood. This is the initial form of this. After a very long process of chemical processes and they call it popping. Yes, popping. It has turned to this project paper. So when I asked you what diversity in Nigeria is, don't define diversity as an isolated entity. Define the end product of it. Nigeria is this process. Probably we had diversity in its beauty, but I doubt our diversity survived the fate of the light. Survived to see the light. Our diversity has stopped.
Alright, thank you. So at this point, the both teams will join hands together to find points that they want to interrogate the other side. So you have 2 minutes to prepare. During those 2 minutes, is there anybody who wants to debate for or who wants to debate again? I mean, debated yesterday. Somebody else debated yesterday. Who else? Okay, you have to
Make phonics no stand up. Make phonics no
Alright, thank you very much. My name is well, tomorrow. Yeah, so like the diversity has been very good. Like I was listening to them and they were saying that maybe fight was split, like what everybody said. For fighting she said fight was split. But then that fight between you and your siblings does not result loss of lives and whatnot. But look at the ethnic wars still going on in Nigeria. Yeah, neighbors are killing neighbors. I'm a true woman and I have my two brothers here, but with the part of whom we kill each other. Why? Because not understand each other, because of the diversity. So many several groups are killing each other, and then I'm hearing people using northern and Sudan. Like that's all you know, and you claim to be one country. How is that this particular diversity, you don't know about each other, yet you claim to be one country. This is very, very easy. Just say that this diversity will work for us. Not working. You don't know anything about your neighbor. How are you supposed to live together? We are so different that we cannot even understand each other's culture, let alone stay together. There are so many ethnic groups in Nigeria, and I bet you that nobody.
Why book can stand
Yeah, speaking about diversity, Africa as a continent it's a continent that's built on diversity itself. And Nigeria is one of the major pillars of Africa. It's one of the major hubs in which diversity has shown itself as the greatest importance of humankind. Now, in places where they have just one goal, one ethnicity, and one everybody's just the same, you tend to not see the uniqueness of people. Like now, if you go to China, you see everybody just looks the same. Everybody's doing the same thing. There's nothing interesting.
What's wrong with China?
You go here, they're speaking this. You go there, they're speaking that. It's the same thing you hear everywhere. But it's a beautiful thing in Nigeria. When you go there, you learn this thing, you learn something different. You go to the south, it's different. You go to the north, it's different. And yes, though we have our different, problems as couples here and there, but that is not something that was brought from diversity.
How do you know?
It was an issue that was brought from human intentions. It's not diversity that brought about this. It was one man's, difference with another person that he thought from himself. So it's not diversity here that is the issue. It's the issue between people. So diversity is a very beautiful thing. You know, to experience differences in life, and to have different angles of perspective is very beautiful. That's why I believe that diversity is a thing that's very beautiful for Nigeria.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the segregation phase right now. Just to repeat again, each side, one of your speakers will have 3 minutes to interrogate the other side. Mind you, don't allow them to speak so much, because if they speak so much in response to your question, they are taking your 3 minutes that you have to interrogate them as much as possible during those 3 minutes. We are going to start with Kazan.
Let's go. Let's go. Are you okay? Pity them.
Let's talk about, you said something about the payment statements, right? And you talked about the embassy and everything. But that's not the argument here, right? You made mention of the fact that diversity is beautiful. That's also not the argument. The argument is, would you prefer Nigeria when everybody spoke the same language, right? Have a common goal and a common vision.
But I think that's what the argument also. The topic says that Nigeria's ethnic diversity Is it a blessing or a curse? He didn't
Yeah.
say whether.
So is it better to be ethnically diverse in Nigeria? Would it be better for us?
Of course,
or
it's going
not?
to be better for us. And should I speak? Should I stand to speak, please? Can I stand to speak?
So you would prefer the killings and everything because of the ethnic clashes?
I think you're talking in the social, the ethnic diversity doesn't.
It doesn't, but in Nigeria it does.
Well, that's what I have in France, it also includes.
Alright, so in Russia, now, another thing you're also doing is you're talking about what could have been. You're talking about what could have been, right? Of course. You're talking about what could have been, but what is now?
What is
Oh,
Nigeria?
what's it leading to? You have the Yorubas, the Igbos, and the Hausas.
Of course.
Okay, so, and what's happening with our elections and everything?
This is not utopia, which means that no matter what you do, there will always be byproducts.
But you believe that in this world,
when the advantages outweigh the disadvantages.
okay, but you believe that in this world there is good, there is better, and there's best. What we have is best. You believe that what we have in Nigeria is best. It's the best we can ever have. With that, I drop my microphone. Thank you very much.
Studying observing all principles I've really observed before. Excuse me, I might speak very fast, so I'll urge you all to listen to me attentively. Thank you very much. What is a society? Society is a group of people bound by common beliefs and what? Goals. Thank you very much. Is Nigeria a society or not? I would ask you.
Nigeria is a society.
Very good. Stop. Also, the society works best when there is something to identify with. That's what you said, okay? So basically, as a society, what do you identify with?
We're talking about Nigeria. What does Nigeria identify
What
with?
does Nigeria? Oh, okay, if you're Nigerian, okay, you're from Nigeria, so what do we call you?
You call me a Nigerian.
Very good. Calm down. So, calm down. So, am I going to, if someone from England, what is it called?
It's called an Englishman.
Okay, very
But when we say an Englishman, it tells the entirety of
Thank you very much.
Because when you have a Nigerian, what am I saying?
Very good. I'm going to ask another question. You get the story about the Tower of Babel, right? The Tower of Babel. I want to give you another story. You know the story of the interbreeding pig and the interbreeding cows?
Tell me about it.
Very good. So, cows were interbred, and these cows, due to the constant interbreeding, these cows led to their death because they had to transfer the same diseases over and over again.
You can
imagine, calm down, let me land.
Thank you.
Calm down. Very good. So imagine Nigeria had only one tribe. Let's say, for example, the Igbo. No, what tribe are you to start with?
Yeah, I'm a Robo.
Very good, my tribe too. Wonderful. Imagine our tribes together. Imagine our tribes alone were allowed to breathe, communicate and deal with each other. Where do you think we'll be today?
Well, you can buy for another country.
Okay, very good. Before I continue, no, don't answer, don't answer. You can take over. Okay, colonial rule. Now, you said, the Yoruba, okay, answer the Yoruba for me.
Nobody said diversity was not beautiful. You are defining diversity as
Let me tell you what he said. Can I tell you what he said? He asked me a question. What about the killings? And is that beautiful or not? I think it's beautiful. And he asked me that question. That means that he was diverted out of the question. But wait.
The killings are
I'm done. Now, the person that came to defend, he said siblings kill each other, Cain and Abel. No, siblings don't kill each other. But I was wrong. I'll come to you later, but I'm going to attack you. Oh, you okay now? Now, I want to say something.
Now let me ask you this question.
No, it's my turn to ask questions. You actually have the time to ask questions. Of course. What is the goal? What is the goal?
What is our goal as Nigeria?
Our goal as Nigeria is to improve as a people. I'm going to leave here. I know my time is almost up. I'm going to leave here basically by saying two words, by saying two sayings, and asking one question. If FSB came to me and said, you are going to pay only Yorubas, how would you feel?
But wait, this question is not right.
I just need to know your answer. How would you feel?
The question is invalid because we don't already know you know how to do diversity. How would you feel? It's a different question.
Okay, now, I'm going to say my two sayings.
You're contradicting yourself because the only reason I'm going to that question.
Can I land? Thank you very much. One house. I feel so sad. Time out, okay. Basically, despite the ethnic diversity within each nation, the social fabric of each region by and large is 1. Thank you.
So that there are so many customers.
Thank you so much, our honorable debaters. It has been brought to my notice that there are a few people who want to contribute again. So I'll just give 1 minute. It's close to 1 minute, but please remember that on both sides, 2 people on both sides, people that have not been involved in anything yet. Four again. So 1 person from both, we need another person from. 4 again. Again. How many people? No other person. 4 again. Okay. 1 more person again. Another person. Okay, nobody. All right. Okay, 1 minute, please.
Anyway, I would like to have a question to ask you. My name is Tola. Second year student. Francis, you said the society, the group of people that have similar goal. Please, what's our goal? What's Nigeria's goal? Yeah. What's Nigeria's goal? Nigeria's goal is to be the best. So what the deficit from Nigeria's budget is 1.3 billion naira. What's the deficit? 19 trillion naira. Please. Where's the goal? Where's the goal? It's all.
Okay, so I want to say something for the topic, it's a blessing. They also themselves, when they spoke, they accepted the fact that it's a blessing. I'd like to cite an example. Let's say let's imagine Mahfouz has $200 with him. If he gives me that money, it's a blessing to me. But what makes the difference is how I decide to use that money. It doesn't change the fact that it's a blessing to me. Secondly, Christians will give this example that the gospel is the truth. Nothing changes it. The difference is how the mechanism is put out. The difference is the mechanism, the process, the medium by which it's being put out. That's talking about the disadvantage, or rather the crosses of what we see, the killings and everything. It doesn't change the fact that diversity is a blessing. And I'd like to end by saying, what makes me Nigerian is the fact that I can identify with all these diversity, the fact that I can say to someone that I belong to a country where there's Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba, and every other thing they have.
Now why don't you guys? You go just hide till this conversation finishes.
Yeah, I tried to tell you that you did, you are still fighting with your sibling. What? If there was no problem, you would have, as in,
No, relax. Yeah, we think like that, but you have grown as a past that it helps you identify a problem. In fact, organizing that means you need what's it called?
The higher you grow, the better your understanding.
Thank you, because
This is just to remind you that this debate is proudly sponsored by Patreon. You can always use Patreon for sending the money that always be there for us. Now, this is to act as a disclaimer. Whatever side each of these speakers have taken does not represent the ideas that they share or their thoughts. This is just for the point and the side that has been given to them. A person may be for a cause but actually believe that it is a blessing, and vice versa. Please do not interpret this to be their stand and believe. Thank you.
Alright guys, I want to appreciate everyone. Hey guys, one house, please. So I want to appreciate the debaters. It's really been a good run. So like David said, first of all, the importance of debate is not for opposition and fighting. The importance is for us to see the loopholes in different concepts that we have, like diversity, and we can see better ways we can improve our diversity as a country. It doesn't mean that we as Nigerians we are useless. We are diverse, and it's important that we are diverse, and it's a blessing. But the reason of this debate is for us to see the loopholes that we have as a country, and we can work with these loopholes. So once again, thank you to the debaters, and you can exchange handshakes and practice it.
You're welcome.
Okay, so we're moving over to the most important part of the meeting. That's the election. I want to introduce our honorable senator himself, Joshua.
Violence.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. Good evening, sir.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I think we've come to the most important part of this, which is the elections. One house, please. I'm sure for the past 2 months, we've seen campaigns, flyers going everywhere, people promising what they will do to further their situation. Some people even over-promising. Which in this case, if you vote them and they don't perform, you know what to do, right? According to the constitution, you can impeach them if they don't fulfill their duties, right? Good. Now, if you look at your group chats, your various cities, there is a new message that was disclosed today, and I'm going to read it now. It says, according to the constitution, there shouldn't be more than 2 escorts from the city, except in rare cases where there are not enough contestants. Bearing that in mind, the electoral committee have decided to give 3 slots to Kazan. If you look very well, you realize that they have a candidate for every position.
Yes.
Except one. Except one. I'm still talking, please. Now, this is hypothetical, right? One house, please. This is hypothetical because there is also a chance that they all lose, right? And there's a chance that they all win, right? But at the end of the day, there is a reason why we have a constitution in ANSSIR, and the constitution is meant to be followed till the end. In every society, there is a reason there is law. When there is no law, there is anarchy. And ANSSIR is an organization that is not meant to be based on your personal feelings or what you feel. No, it's meant to be followed according to the constitution. Now, people might want to ask questions after this, but I would like you to know the electorates have a right to maybe not be happy with this decision because it came late. But anybody contesting cannot argue this because if you are contesting here, the third question in your screening exercise was, are you aware of the constitution? It means you are aware of this clause in the constitution, meaning you are aware and decided to go against your other candidates for your seat, bearing in mind that this might come up. I don't know if I'm making sense to you. Now, going forward, I'm going to call out all the names of the people contesting. Please, if you hear them, stand up and come out so that people will see. We're starting with the Office of the Welfare. So we have Mr. Ferdinand Opara.
There's that guy. Oh!
We have Ms. Udoka on. We have Mr. Chima Chukwemeka. For the position of the PRO, we have Mr. Nnamdi Udeze. We have Mr. Anyaboso Chukwuka. For the position of treasurer, we have Mr. John Boyude. Mr. Ford. And we have Miss Precious Nod. For the position of financial secretary, we have Ms. Devon. And we have Mr. Emmanuel Sunday Ahmed. Amen. Now, for the position of the general secretary, we have unopposed Mr. Samuel Adesina. Now we get to the big boys. For the position of vice president, we have Miss Mesoma Anele. And we have Mr. Ridwan. And finally, for the position of the president, we have Mr. Joseph Danjuma. And we have Mr. Daniel Idiari. Now this time is time for the electoral debate. And we are going to start with the welfare officers. Right? Now they are going to come one by one, introduce themselves, tell you their manifesto, and you all have the right to raise your hands and ask them questions. Now we are going to pick the questions, the people that are going to ask questions as random, and we are going to try to pass the time. So I'm very sorry if you guys, if A lot of people have questions and we're not able to reach out to everyone. But we'll try to make it fast as possible. And if you are asked a question, please go straight to the point because time is running. Now, who is going first? Let's start with Mr. Ferdinand of our
Tell my location.
So, you have 5 minutes to introduce yourself and the manifesto and everything. Then the audience will have approximately 5 minutes to ask questions. So each person will have approximately 10 minutes. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Ferdinand Okwara, and through my campaign, I've been popularly known as the Penta Guy. Shout out to multiple. I'm a second year student of Spencer State Technological University. Now, I've had 4 months of campaign, and in these 4 months, I'm trying to educate everyone on what I have to do if elected as the welfare officer. Now, everything I have ever said in my manifesto and anywhere can be summarized into 3 basic words: friendship, trust, and connection. Now, friendship. I would be a friend to every ANSSIR. Now, mental health has been a very prominent topic in my campaign, and I would like to say, don't get me wrong, I'm not a mental health expert, neither am I trying to replace one. But a very wise man told me that in most cases, all everyone needs is a friend. And that's what I want to be to all ANSSIR. I want to be that easy. Now, to accomplish this, I would need the trust of every ANSSIR. Now, trust is a value that is very prominent in this association. This association is built on trust, and I hope to champion that if elected as the welfare officer. And in any case, as you heard here today, if at any point in time I stray or don't live up to my expectations, there's a body available to keep that in check. Now, connection. I hope to be a bridge between all EXCO and ANSSIR, especially those like myself from multi-cities and those who feel neglected from the association. I hope to bring us together and in the greater future create a better ANSSIR. Now, I want to round up by saying this. If you take anything from what I've just said today, please remember this acronym, FTC, Friendship, Trust, and Connection. Thank you. Okay, sorry, question.
Any question?
But it started campaign 4 months ago. You cannot tell it.